Every time I'm a bit bored, my brain automatically demands drama. So one of my favorite activities from time to time is to go to Stilovsky's Shorts tab, sort by most popular, and read the comments of the casual audience who got these shorts clipped into their shorts feed. And let me tell you, the amount of salt and tears generated by the casual audience clashing with tryharding clips always gives me a nice chuckle. So I wanted to share some of these funny comments with you today and maybe debunk a few whenever possible, because like many of the comments are just this. And some of them are absolute lunatics, not even gonna entertain these absolute morons. So yeah, without further ado, let's proceed. The first short is still using what he calls a noob stomper build, which is basically double rusted anchor jump attacks. This is indeed a noob stomper build because anyone with functioning neurons can easily outspace this and punish it. And Power Stance grain axes are not exactly a great PvP setup. It's basically the XQC build. You can't possibly be mad about it. Regardless, the salt emerged in the comments. I'll get the pure molding ones out of the way first. People like you are mad annoying. Why? The only thing he did was jump attack. What about that is annoying, my guy? I guess we'll never know. PvPing in Souls games is so stupid. I know this guy is just molding, but this comment is incredibly insincere. PvP can be very deep and complex when you have the right amount of skill, and the many videos made by us and the community are proof of that. Some of them going extremely in detail, like Ross Bucket and his Shamshir video, for example. I could make the argument that PvE is incredibly stupid as well, because you only need to find the correct dash of war stake and mash that shit until the game is done with. But we all know it's not really like that. Sort of. This other guy made a similar comment, and this chat over here answered with, "Here, King, you lost it." And it's the Redditor crown. Me cayo de risa. No life, scumbag. I love the Reddit lingo. I imagine them in that one syndrome meme pose, acting as if still just committed a fucking war crime. People that do this are lame as fuck. People that do what, exactly? Play the game as it was intended? I don't know if you're talking about Steel or the two guys then, because they're all just playing the fucking game. What are you talking about? The anti-skill build meets the unemployed virgin build. I assume the unemployed virgin one refers to Steel's build. That's usually what losers call anything they perceive as even the slightest display of competence at any given task. But I'm never not gonna find it funny how these goobers imply that getting two big bonks and spamming jump attacks requires a gajillion hours of gameplay to craft and master. Like you need to have like 500 IQ to come up with this. The level of coping from these people is insane. You're a loser. I don't know, man. Looks like he won to me. He's a winner. Invaders are so pathetic. I mean, is he though? He's just playing the game with a meme build. This guy, on the other hand, gave up on a whim after his friend died.
Well,
while also being next to the side of grace. He could have just fought with dignity, but he didn't. It's not really pathetic per se, because it's just a game, but it does seem a bit more lame than what Steel was doing. The actual pathetic one here is you, for molding about a video game mechanic. Alright, that takes care of, the least cerebral comments, ended up responding to them anyways, so whatever. The comments that follow do not include much more gray matter either, but there's a bit more to dissect from them. Magic used to be good. Then the one-shot strength users started crying. What is bro even talking about? Magic is fine, as long as you're using the correct spells. Carrion Slicer or Gravitational Missile come to mind. Those are fantastic in PvP due to their damage and speed. Pew-pews, on the other hand, only work if your opponent is rooted to the ground. As anyone with cerebral activity will do what Steel did here. I also love how, in his own imaginary world, magic was nerfed because strength users started crying. To whom? This is not a live service PvP game. Miyazaki doesn't give a flying fuck. Also, you get one-shotted because you probably don't level bigger. You doofus. Why does one need a noob-crushing weapon? They are noobs, so any weapon could do that really if you spend your life on a game. Because it's designed to beat noobs in groups. That's the fun gimmick. Good players are not going to fall for this, so the fun comes from landing the unlandable goofy strong attack on a goober that's gonna mash out of hitstun after getting his HP bar nearly Thanos snapped. Also, we got our first you spend your life on the game cope of the night, puggies. Let's see how many more we collect. If you're using an easy build, you are not good. You're just using a good build. I mean, I would hardly call this a good build, and I already explained why that's the case. But you probably chose the worst YouTuber to tell this to, lil bro. Still knows how to play. You just need to look at his channel. And the fact that this guy can tell a genuinely good build from a bad one already says a lot about his skill level. Using two big weapons and spamming jump-heavy attacks. Ability, ladies and gentlemen. Jumping attacks got nerfed for PvP specifically though. Also, it's not Steel's fault if people are too stupid to find the dodge button on their controller. We saw the same video, right? The spam attack time frame is so low. How are you supposed to react that quickly? This motherfucker can't be for real. First of all, it's the power stance jump attack, not the jump heavy attack. And second, does this really look hard to dodge to you? You have like a million years to actually press the dodge button. You can also just strafe it and punish it. What even are these players, man? This is literally cheap, lame, toxic invader trash. Go to the Colosseum. Stop ruining everyone's co-op fun. This is probably one of the friendliest invader interactions I've ever seen.
Hi.
Still even roleplayed a bit by looking confused after dodging the spells. The build is also dumb and incredibly easy to counter. Pretty far from anything cheap, as the losers like to say. If losing to an invader like this ruins your fun, my guy, you are just weak and bitter. I'm sorry to say. Yes, the classic I'm gonna inconvenience somebody else because I think it's funny mindset of an invader.
Scum.
I didn't know playing the game as it was intended was an inconvenience, my guy. Do you also find it an inconvenience to lose to a boss or something? Does the game have to be a smooth straight line holding your hand from beginning to end to not be an inconvenience? My god, I'm always reminded how terrible the tracking is in this game. If someone fires magic at you, you should have to dodge. Imagine if you could just avoid players' melee attacks by slowly walking 2 feet to the side. Yeah. Imagine that, huh? This comment is absolutely insane. Like, imagine having to put the slightest bit of skill into your gameplay. This guy surely can't. Making all magic unstrafable would make them brutally broken. Melee attacks are harder to strafe or outspace because guess what, you crayon devouring moron? They have limited fucking range. Unlike spells, which can be landed from 3 states away. There's already an Ash of War with 0 poise damage and minimal damage, which is unstrafable. And that one is already a cancer to deal with in gank squads. Imagine if it dealt a third of your HP with each hit and also stunned you. Talking out of your ass should be punishable by having you step on Legos for a day straight. All jokes aside, who thought invading was okay? It's more annoying and ruin people's hard progress. Miyazaki thought it was okay. Are you gonna question Miyazaki? And yeah, I'm sure having to walk 3 feet from the side of grace to the drop runes sure ruined all the progress the host made. Garda chupapijas. This is why I play offline. I don't want some tryhard with 400 hours in the game to one-shot me while I'm new to the game. You don't need to play offline. In Elden Ring, you just need to not summon. And if you summoned, you already have help. And if you level Vigor, you won't get one-shot. There you go, problem solved. Now you can play online without being afraid of the bad red man. Man, get this shit off my feed. All invaders are joy-sucking demons. Oh, I see you're having fun with a friend? Let me come over and ruin it, because I have nothing better to do with my life. Thumbs down on this shit. Yeah, you stupid bad red man. You're such a no-life. How dare you play the game? Can't you see I'm playing the game as well? What? Me? No, I'm not a no-life, despite doing exactly the same thing as you. What are you, stupid? For the final comment of this short, I chose one that's very interesting and pretty much sums up the people of the comment section. Let me read it for you. It's fun to see the moment of realization, when these people find out pressing the same button repeatedly doesn't automatically win the fight. And that's it. That's the level of commitment to the game they have. That's how much they are willing to learn. And if it doesn't work, then it's the game or the invader's fault for being so try-hard. I don't know if the final part of the comment applies to the guy from the short, but the first one certainly does. He clearly couldn't bother trying to use his sword, he just wanted it to be over. It would be nice if gamers put more effort into all aspects of the game, and not just the ones that can be cheesed with co-op phantoms. But nope, they choose to leave comments on a short, complaining about invaders. Such is life. Alright, moving to the next short, Steel fights 2 guys using a halberd plus axe setup. He's fighting them really well at the same time, with a setup that has no hyper armor, and he handles them pretty well. He finishes the match with 2 very neat hard swaps to a shield for a beautiful parry, and then to a misericord for the riposte. And that, for some reason, angers some gamers. If you were wondering where the comment from this huge deranged lunatic came from, it was from this short. Please lock this guy up. Pray for this miserable soul lol, sounds like such a loser. I know this goober is just malding, but just to entertain him, what exactly did Steel say that he sounds like a loser to you?
Thick and thick. Thick and thick. Flaming strike. Oh, use this freaking spell. I'm partially broken. Let me just use the ash. Okay. Alright, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to. I apologize. I accept your superiority. Let me just do this. Wow. The game actually gave me an input drop there. Unfortunate.
He's goofing around and he sounds like probably he's chillest on this short. Or is the problem that he beat those guys? I don't know, these commenters are so cryptic. I know this is skill and all, but it's kinda lame. Why? What exactly makes this lame? I sincerely do not understand. Is the lame thing that he's ruining these people's power fantasy? It's the only explanation I can think of for that comment. Steel invaded 2 PvEers and beat them. That's it. What do you want him to do? Not play the game? Genuinamente no lo entiendo, che. Just has to switch to a weapon that allows roll catching. Laugh cry emoji. What are you talking about? The only roll catch we see is with Haldax, and he started the invasion with Haldax. And even if he did switch to a better roll catch weapon, ¿cuál sería el problema? Pelotudo. This boring and annoying. Just fight normally and stop switching every 5 seconds. And I'm not reading the second part because YouTube will demonetize this video. You're right. All this skillful gameplay? Boring and annoying. He should spam an Ash of War instead. That's certainly much more entertaining and fun for room temperature IQ specimens like yourself, right? How the fuck is invading even fun? Someone enlighten me, cause I don't get the enjoyment of ruining someone else's day when they are just chilling, playing through the game, flaco. If losing in a Souls game ruins your day, don't play Souls games. You're a bit too fragile for them. And the fun part? Well, there's 2 parts to it. Overcoming the odds of fighting multiple people, because even if you're fighting 3 clueless Kevins, everything can go south super quickly, and the tears of goobers like you. All this sweat just to beat some poor 9-to-5 working dad and his buddy, Lamao. I love how they are now resorting to guilt-tripping you into playing worse. Don't you dare play your best against 2 or 3 people, because the other players may get sad. I'm sorry, what should Steel do? Interview the host before the invasion? Excuse me, sir, are you a working dad? Should I intentionally play like a lobotomite so playing the game as intended is emotionally manageable for you? Absolute clowns. So yeah, the more casual player base complaining about hard swapping, nothing new. But we still have one more short to go. Porque no hay 2 sin 3, obviamente. In this one, Steel is having a duel against a phantom, showing the guy why the Shamshir is top tier, when his friend decides it's time to intervene. The host uses Bloodhound's finesse and does the obvious follow-up, which Steel parries and proceeds to backstab just to flex Lamau. Then, after having all of their corpse piler attempts stopped by Steel and witnessing his friend getting parried, the Phantom with Rivers of Blood comes up with the ultimate strategy, using the Ash of War again. Needless to say, it did not work. And for some reason, gamers didn't like that. Yeah, and cowards always wait for the lag punish instead of attacking first. So, what's a lag punish exactly? Do you mean the parry? Do you think it's cowardice to accurately predict a parry under high latency, which requires very precise timing and knowledge of how latency works? Or it could mean nothing, and you're just typing shit, which is likely the correct answer. Invaders are losers. According to this victory screen, invaders are winners. I hate these weirdos that just change their stuff every second of the invade. Man, I hate players who know how to play. They make me feel so damn insecure. You must feel good abusing people just wanting to play together, huh? You even advertise it. Such a good little party pooper, aren't you? Yes, you are. Now take that to the arena already. You're not impressing anyone by killing newbies. There are many gamers that genuinely believe that fighting a single guy in the arena is harder than fighting multiple people in invasions. What these gluers don't seem to know is that the arena is filled with the same crayon-devouring gamers you find in invasions, only that they don't have friends to fight you with. It's easier for a good player. And if you don't believe me, Steel already made a video about that. Lamau.
Man, shut up!
PvP in Souls games. Yawn emoji. Why choose to play the worst aspect of the game? Lamau. All I read here is any game mode where I can't win by monkey mashing a single button is bad. But to answer your dumb question, we play it because we find it fun.
Duh.
Not hard to figure that one out. Invade players doing everything but having a fair fight. Clowns like you sweat on some PvE that's less than 100-hour co-op gamers for 50 viewers on Twitch. The fuck you mean? He was having a fair 1v1 until the other guy stepped in and still clapped them both. What even is a fair fight to you? Yeah, let me guess. Fighting arena cabins. People who play more games and have a life versus nerd with 1500 hours in PvP without life. It's okay to have 1500 hours across many games, but it's very bad if you have 1500 hours in one game, especially if you beat me. How dare you beat me? You shouldn't flex while invading new players. I know you have been rotting in your room for the past 3 years thanks to Elden Ring, but still, have a little pride. Out of curiosity, when does it stop being a new player and when does it become a bad player? Still is invading at level 150. By that time, players tend to already have over 100 hours of gameplay. That's pretty far from a new player. Unless, of course, new player just means someone who lost to the bandit man. You see, they are playing the game like it's a Souls-like, not fucking menu scroller simulator. Oh, they are playing like it's Elden Ring, alright. I find it funny that, to you, playing a Souls game means mashing the Ash of War button like a lobotomite. The worst part is that you're not even wrong. Most PvE players eventually learn that spamming Ashes of War at anything that moves is actually a pretty efficient way to play PvE. They just don't realize a human player won't stand there and eat their magical power fantasy stick to their face. Still actually put effort into learning how to properly play, and it's funny that that offends you somehow. This type of sweaty invaders make it hard for me and my friends who only play PvE to enjoy the game. Glorified grieving should be an option that can be toggled on and off, not a mandatory feature. I'm sorry, it's hard for you and your buddies to enjoy the game when you cannot simply steamroll the PvE with your co-op squad? Maybe you shouldn't be playing Souls games then. There are other co-op games that don't have invasions. Just play those. Or learn how to fight the bandit man. That's also an option. You know, not being a whiny baby. This is why you can't enjoy games online anymore. Why? Because you might lose sometimes? Why are you even playing online games then, you dork? And, yeah, that was it. I'm sorry if I was a bit more aggressive than usual, but these people just pull out the worst out of me. Also, can I ask you guys to write your replies to these comments in the comment section? I wanna read what you guys have to say to these goobers. And yeah, don't be like these goobers. That's it. Ciao.